Hello everyone. The topic I chose to discuss for my lecture today is the historical evolution of mammals. Before we dive into the history of this very diverse group of animals, some terms must be covered first. Evolution is the change in heritable characteristics of biological populations over successive generations. Mammals are a group of vertebrate organisms, meaning they have both a backbone and skeleton along with other characteristics associated with mammals. This includes most of the following characteristics. They are warm-blooded, have the presence of 3 middle ear bones, fur or hair, and mammary glands in females that produce milk for their young and typically the birth of live young. The range for the organisms that are classified as being in the mammal range from a small mouse to a very large blue whale, and many others in between. The news article that influenced this lecture is one of a news story that discusses the findings of a fossil that had many mammalian aspects, such as molar teeth, a large brain, but still yielded some reptile-like aspects, such as producing eggs. This discovery was revolutionary in the fact it provides a missing link to aid in the explanation of when and how mammals evolved from their reptilian ancestors. Scientists had previously understood the evolution of mammals to be both highly influenced by the environment and to be descended from a reptilian descendant, but were unsure of how and at what point it had occurred. It was previously thought that mammals first evolved after the period of the dinosaurs. However, in fact, the first mammals evolved from a population of vertebrates called theropods and coexisted with dinosaurs. The earliest first known mammal is a tiny shrew-sized creature called Morganucodon. Over the years, the understanding of the evolution of mammals has been ever increasing, and some previous understandings have changed as new findings emerge every year. In the early 1900s, mammals were found to have a fairly constant maximum rate of progression. It was believed that the changes found were accumulated through selective action of the environment, such as environmental pressures. In addition, a large part of the structural evolution observed was a reaction to the pressure of the biotic and not the physical environment. They found this to be peculiarly true when it came to the seen increase in brain capacity, and partially true for the increase in mechanical perfection of the structure, such as the tooth mechanism and different aspects of the skeleton itself. In addition, during the early 1900s, it was strongly argued by Professor Henry Osborn that the most primitive mammals had molars that had more prominent triangular shapes, and this strong feature decreased as mammals evolved over time to form a more shaved molar similar to those of mammals of today. On the other hand, it was also understood by scientists that the skull shapes of the mammals changed in shape and size due to characteristics such as increased brain power and complexity, being favorable for survival in comparison to other organisms that did not hold these characteristics. This was suspected to be the case due to the increase in the amount of fossils found that yielded skulls of a much larger size. This suspicion, along with the physical evidence discovered, led the scientists at the time to conclude that the evolution of mammals was strongly driven by the survival of the organisms with the most favorable traits. Over the years, scientists had understood the evolution of mammals to be highly driven by the environment, but were previously unsure at which point the shift between a reptile ancestor set the stage for the evolution for the mammals of today.